I'm heading next door because there's a few more around the corner.
That's somewhere that you would never go. If we went south instead of north at that intersection, you go to the Vaults of Durin. Is where actually
Quest down there.
there's a quest down there, but you wouldn't have. You probably. Actually, I mean, you would have because there was a path to Silvertown Lords there at one point, and there used to be a couple of quests down there that have since been removed. But yeah, again, it was another region that you'd probably never go to. I think that's everything. Although you can keep saying just for the hell of it.
I need...
So I'll go a couple more bits.
Yeah, let's go to the Vaults of Durin after this, and that's that.
Yeah. Although we are going to be redirected here because the unusual fungus that we've picked up gives us a follow-up to come and kill the queen, the Grodbog. They're insects. They're like ants. They've got a queen. It's a hive. Go figure.
Don't need 2 more Grodbog myself, so I'll be following you in a second.
Ow. Oh, there was 2 out here if you need them, so...
Well, on the way.
Actually, in the old system, you kind of skipped all of this, like, western half of, like, Durin's, of Dolven View, didn't you? You kind of got...
You did get sent to this nest from Dolven View itself.
Yeah, but you kind of like had nothing to begin with beyond the Goblin camp. Then you got directed to Dolven View, and like all the quests came out of Dolven View, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right.
There wasn't really like anything.
There was no incentive to stop on the way to Dolphin View. Just go back.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I think that's quests of the Great Devon already.
Oddly, for one that's very easy, it's one of the strange ones that gives not only 2 ranks of a virtue, but 2 ranks of 2 different virtues. There are some deeds in the game which will give you like +2 to something, but it's usually +2 to 1. Virtue like +2 innocence. This one oddly gives you +1 charity, +1 innocence. One of the only examples I can think of in the game where it's actually the case, yeah.
There we go. Deep Claw Slayer. Another deed.
Which were initially thought of possibly being the mount of this one as well. Instead
That's
of
right, yeah.
goats.
But Native Lions objected and made sure that we didn't get that sacrilege.
No, instead you just get someone riding a fucking war pig. In the Hobbit.
Nothing game though.
I don't know if it's quite a homage, but
to be fair,
in the third Hobbit, Thorin and Co use these, don't they? They use these little goats when they're climbing up the slope of Erebor.
Oh yeah.
And they look exactly like this.
To be fair though, the biggest sin wasn't Dane riding a pig, it was the fact that they cast
Billy Connolly.
Billy Connolly as Dane.
Stereotypical.
And not only that, he was so fucking ungrateful about it as well.
Oh,
It's
you
just
won,
like, the wrong way, apparently. I've got yellow shit covering half my screen, so... Right,
The Palace of Nine.
This is where that Mithril Flake dropper lurks if he's about.
There's an impressive sight, because we've got one of those in the Kin House.
What, the
big Moria
lodestone?
geode.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's got a map on the outside, which is like the map of Middle-earth. Or the known
I thought
world.
there should have been whatchamacall,
The known world is much bigger than the northeastern corner of, like, you know, that we know. Northwestern corner of Middle-earth. Much bigger.
That's right, my yellow shit's gone in 10 seconds. Right, the Vault of Durin.
Which is strangely still collapsing.
Yeah, to the right we've got an entrance to the Deep Way, which is one of the quick tunnels for getting around Moria.
Yeah.
Which we will come back to later as part of the epic.
And the old passageway into the Silver Time Lords is gone now, isn't it? They sealed it off.
Is that
Yeah.
not the deep way though?
No.
Oh.
No, because you used to be able to go east from here, and there's like an area with loads of like grog bogs and stuff. There was a
Yeah,
Oh,
and there
yeah.
was a couple of quests down that western passageway in the deep way, in the Silver
Yeah.
Time Lords. That isn't the deep way, but you can't actually. Well, you can go up there from the Silver Time side, but not from our side. Now, where is it? Because there's a mirror around here.
yeah, just it should be
Yeah,
east
there,
then.
there it is. It's north.
Long filled the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Now, each region of Moria, except the top of the mountain and the Dimron Dale, has one of these Moria mirrors in, and there's a deed called Reflector. In
We have
order,
to-
well, yeah, do them all. You get a deed for it. They're all. There's a couple that are off in a bit of the out of the way places, but they're not that bad to do. They're not that hard.
They're generally easy to find.
And there's a wiki page which does them all, even if you get lost.
But yeah, each one's worth a quest, so you're going to get some XP and some stuff from it. But yeah,
There's
the overarching
deed
deed as
overall.
well. Yeah.
Welcome to Dolven View.
It is said that Jew in Spain dwells here, but we have not seen it.
Yeah, for good reason.
It's fucking dead. Okay, we've discovered Dolven View. So this is the main encampment at the start of Moria. There'll be a couple of guys that we can talk to. Some of these guys are going to have like the gem instances, as they could be referred to as well. Just like we saw at Escher Dunnan, there's going to be like I can't remember the exact level ranges, 54, I think 56, 57, and then like 59 to 61, which take, if I've got one in my bags, I don't think I do, but there's like the red, blue and yellow infused gems,
sapphires, garnets, and adamants.
which you can take part of one of those and you can get free entry to one of those instances once per day. And you can get some legendary item titles and other legendary item bits and pieces out of them. So that can be worth doing. They're also quite good if you need to farm a particular type of mob, because there's like some with some mirror vow in it, some with spiders and so on and so forth. Okay, hand these in. So there we go. Reflections.
For the prospect of finding Mithril, I would not have come here.
That's the mirrors. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mirrors in the whole of Moria, which will give you title, turbine points, marks, and some reputation. Probably worth mentioning as well, there's 2 reputation factions in Moria: the Iron Garrison Guards and the Iron Garrison Miners. They have a couple of like unique barters between them. Some of them will give you some class books. I think you still have to read those, don't you?
You know, yeah.
So yeah, you just have to barter them for like I don't know, a gold or something once you hit kindred with
About 2.5 gold.
kindred. I think with the miners, isn't it, for the books, and then the guards give you the kindred goat.
I think so, yeah. I think that's the way around to them.
Yeah, this guy's going to give me now the tame red horn goat, which should be better than the one I've got.
Well,
So there we go.
what guy?
This guy, I've just handed in a quest. So he's given me the prized tame red horn goat, which should be better than the crappy one that I've got.
For some reason I don't have that quest.
Well, you're a noob.
No, it's an I've been picking up everything and didn't get a quest for that.
What, the old tame red horn?
It's the quest to the Dolven View, which you probably got at the start of Moria. Or you should have got at the
You
start.
Yes,
don't
I got it,
no,
but-
you don't get it at the start of Moria. You get it as the final quest from the campsite where we were.
So Vio has missed something then.
That said, I have to go back to that campsite to actually hand in the.
Oh, no,
The
you've
Rings quest.
acquired it. I see it now.
I had to go back and hand in the vaults, the ancient hope quest. So quite nicely, we now get given a goat. Soon after you enter Moria. Wasn't always the case before the revamp. You had to either get the Moria pre-order, which was obviously only possible before Moria came out, where you were granted that crappy goat, or you basically made do with it being on foot until you got enough reputation to buy a goat
Okay, whenever
from
you guys...
the vendors, or you went and a couple of things were added to like old vendors, so or things like this. So I've picked up the anniversary goat that I'm riding. There's the Kindred Thorin's Hall goat, and a couple of others, isn't there?
Yeah.
So if you desperately want
Yeah,
to
I
go
think
before
there
you,
is.
if you desperately want to go before you get into Moria, there's the anniversary goat which I'm riding, which obviously only comes around once per year. It's like April time. There's the Thorin's Hall Kindred goat. There's the Ale Association goat, which is only available at festival times to do the quests. I want to say there's a treasure-laden goat as well from the treasure mini thing.
Treasure
There
hunt,
is,
then.
yeah.
Treasure hunt, yeah.
I've never seen it myself, but I do remember the name of it.
There's also some goats as rewards for the Moria and Laurelin, even though it's inside Moria instance clusters.
Yes, the meta deeds. Yeah, there's the
The black one and the white one.
yeah, there's the black one, the white one. Yeah.
I have no idea what they're called. Right, are we all ready to head eastwards?
Yep, is it just the 3 quests?
It should be, yeah. Not including the epic, but someone...
It's worth doing the deep descent now, isn't it?
It is actually, yeah, it's a very short run.
Very short run south, and then because then most of book 1 takes place in Dolven View. The only thing that they didn't fix with this Moria revamp is they didn't solve the epic problems. The problem is that you pretty much have to do the Moria epic book. It's 6 books long, at least for the first half of it. And doing so, it used to grant you a legendary skill. These days it just grants you a trait point, but trait points are very important, as we've kind of said before. So you kind of need to do it anyway.
These halls will be great
The
once
problem
more.
is that the epic syncs up with your general questing pattern quite poorly. And there's times where you will have to run to an area that you've either already cleared out or you haven't even gone to yet in order to advance the epic book.
Right, I'm just literally handing in the epic here. I'm not talking
Yeah,
to...
that's all I've done.
I'm not
Oh,
picking
okay,
up
we
any
just
of these
talked to
quests. No,
I'm
No.
picking up everything.
there's not much point.
I'm assuming we're doing them at some point, like?
We will come back down here at some point, yeah.
Yeah, just making sure.
But now we have to talk to Boosie in the Chamber of the Crossroads.
Which is just north of Dolven View. So there's a little bit running around for book 1, but mostly it takes place in this region, which we're already in. There's a little bit like to the talk to people who've established command centres to the south and command centres to the north, but for the most part, it's about as central as you're gonna get.
Right, whenever you guys are ready, then we'll head eastwards outside. Have you
Sorry,
gone...
I just got held up a second.
One of you's gone the long way around.
Yeah, it was me. I
Those
went
are
down.
around.
I went down instead of going over the bridge.
I was just going to head and get the rubble first.
Yeah.
Deep claws as well around here.
Yeah, I mean that's what you meant to do. You meant to just go straight over the cooling bridge. Do it that way, because you also got to plant the thing on the Lonely Span, which is the bridge that connects Zell and Melek to the Dolven View area that we're currently in.
Okay, so we need 8 bits of rubble and also 12 deep claws, so kill any deep claws you see.
Well ordered mind, Benji.
What about
I'm just thinking what that entails. Is it like a library in your head?
it?
Dewey Decimal System.
Something like that.
think what I actually should have done is I should have bartered myself like a level 55 weapon or something and sent it over from one of my other characters. No point using it, like what's at the moment is a mediocre weapon when I could get a better one. Although I know you usually like do all of Moria with your starter weapon, don't you, Bal? Because it's reasonably effective all the way through.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really feel that gimped. And obviously, once you hit 59 or 60, you get your first stage, and all of a sudden you've got a massive bump up anyway, so... Yeah, it does me fine.
Where'd you get the first stage from? What's the one like one of the epic?
You barter it with Nimrodels, which is a token you get from doing certain instances. So you can get Nimrodels basically from raids. So the Vilemore, the Filicul, and Dan Nargabund. Alternatively, because they are the weapons are not banned, you can farm them on a level 100 or whatever, and then send them across, yeah. Which is what a lot of people will do. They'll earn the tokens on their high level characters, barter the items across, and then mail them, yeah.
Yeah.
What you've already done, isn't it, pal? You're already sitting on a level 60 book.
I've already got level 60 minstrel book, which is actually really nice. It's got 3 things that I want on it. But I need to still barter a sword or something.
The Moria first ages are amongst the most ornate looking weapons in the game as well.
Which is also quite useful now we've got the cosmetic weapon system, because you can actually cosmetically apply that look to anything else later in the game, or earlier in the game if you barter it on a high level wall.
Or use the wardrobe system.
Yeah.
What I do love about Moria is these panoramic views that you get when you go to the new caves or whatever.
Yeah, it's east for the banner, isn't it?
Yes, out onto the Lonely Span. But these views are quite nice. They really did some good work when they created the area.
Yeah,
So which route through Moria did the Fellowship take? Did they go straight across the Lonely Span and...
No, they went north because they stopped by the Chamber of the Crossroads because that's where the well is.
That's true.
And they went Chamber of the Crossroads into the 21st Hall, or just north of it because that's where the Chamber of Marzabul is, yeah?
Yeah, and then...
Which is where they see the dwarfs with their last stand. Gandalf collapses the entrance to the east of the 21st Hall. That's why there's no east exit to the 21st Hall, because Gandalf crashed it, yeah?
Yeah.
Then they ran down into Nudmelech. For some odd reason they didn't take the shortcut around, but instead, because then they went through the second hall and across the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, yeah?
Well, they went down the Great... Was that the Great Stairs they went down as well? Grand Stairs? Or was that just...
Gandalf went up the Great Stairs.
Great Stairs?
Well, he went up the stairs.
He was fighting the Balrog the whole way up.
The never-ending staircase, yeah.
Oh, okay, so that was after the first.
Because the never-ending staircase, after Gandalf fell off the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, he ended up in the Foundations of Stone in the big lake, where you can find the remnants of the bridge of the bridge, yeah.
All the way up to the top of the Misty.
And then, the endless staircase goes from the very bottom in the Foundations of Stone all the way up to the top of Zerzigil, the top of the mountain there, yeah.
Yeah.
In fairness, one problem with understanding the path is that the map of Moria isn't exactly the best for portraying it, because Dolven View, or the Durin's Way would be above the Great Dolvens, Almalek and Nudmelech, which would be above Silvertown and Redhorn Lodges, which would be above Waterworks, Flaming Deeps and Foundations of Stone.
Actually, the Foundations of Stone would be below them all.
Well...
But yeah, your point is true in that what essentially should be a very three-dimensional region is still is being represented on a 2D map, yeah. As well as the fact that yes, Asriel says, Durin's Way should be above us right now. It should be going across the top of where we are now, but it's not. Instead, it's classed as to our north, yeah. Even though it's on a slightly higher elevation, still we will go up a hill to get there. it still should be far to our north, yeah?
Yeah.
It's far to our north instead of like far above our head, yeah?
It's kind of like if you looked at the map and you just assumed that was a side view rather than a top-down view. That's kind of how the layout should be.
Yeah, that'd be
More or
somewhat
less.
closer.
Okay, yeah.